we're just about 3 minutes before the hour. We've got the live stream going out a couple minutes early to make sure we're testing on all of the connections, making sure that things are going well. We've got the YouTube stream link, and we're just copying it over to Facebook. There we go. We got it out to that one. And make sure we get it out to the other posting of that as well. There it is. The live link. It is there as well. Let's get back to YouTube and make sure we're here. We've got our welcome message out. We're just about a little over a minute left to go here. Double check all the settings. And if you can verify when I start to play, it sounds okay. It should be fine. I've got the headphones jacked here pretty well, so. Never have enough, though. Never have enough volume, though, it seems. That's pretty clean. That's 7 p.m. Welcome, welcome, welcome to 3+ songs for Prometheus Primetime. I'll be here the third Monday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Tom Cooney YouTube. We're working out the distribution signals to Rocking the Valley YouTube as well, and those will be in place next time we come around. So it is great to see you. I'm Tom Cooney, singer-songwriter from Greater Philadelphia, Greater Lehigh Valley area in eastern Pennsylvania. And please, by all means, say hello. And just so happy to do this. We had 104 consecutive weekly episodes of this. We started at the pandemic, and now that things are opening up again, we're taking this back to a monthly cadence on the third Monday of every month at 7 p.m. Freeing up more time for recording and performance and writing and all kinds of neat things. Hey, Rob Lincoln has just joined us. Wonderful songwriter. Rob Lincoln, you'll see him here. Lincoln Songs and More on YouTube. You'll find him on Facebook as well. Wonderful writer. Welcome, welcome. I can't believe your face is at my door. Welcome, welcome. You've been on my mind forevermore. Welcome, welcome. Put down your burden and stay a while. Welcome, welcome. It's so good to see your beautiful smile. Stay as long as your feet need to rest. Stay and recharge your soul. Stay, for my heart has truly missed you. Stay. Consider this your home. Tell me, where has your searching led? Tell me, all the things the road has said. Tell me, is the journey's and the start? Oh, please tell me that I'm somewhere in your heart. And stay as long as your feet need to rest. Stay and recharge your soul. Stay, for my heart has truly missed you. Stay. Consider this your home. Tell me, is the journey's and the start? Oh, please tell me that I'm somewhere in your heart. And stay as long as your feet need to rest. Stay and recharge your soul. Stay, for my heart has truly missed you. Stay. Stay. Consider this your home. Stay. Welcome is the parenthetical title of that original composition, and it is welcome to you all. So happy to have you here. We'll be here the third Monday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Excuse my guitar there. It is anxious to play tonight. We've got some neat stuff for you. We've got some little civics, very short thing we'll look at later about what's coming up. We've got a nice way you can contribute and lend out a helping hand coming up. Continuing some of the same themes from the weekly show. You know, it's creative, mostly original music, with a bit of chat, cheer, and useful information. Oh, Rob Lincoln, thank you so much for your compliment on that song. I like that song. I purposely set out to write a great poppy hook song. Something when you go look at Rob Lincoln's stuff, he has a real knack for of really great songwriting that's contained with great lyric content and a great historian of American history. You will love his tunes. Rob is on his way to writing 1,000 songs. I said that correctly, 1,000 songs, and he's up in the 700s. You can see him every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, introducing 2 new songs a week. Astounding, astounding. We pale in comparison, all of us. I slowly leaned in to steal one more kiss. I had one thing left to say, something that might explain all of this. But when I closed my eyes, she flew away. She is the goddess, yeah, she makes the planets move, and time and tide, they hold her sway. She walks like Bacall, a sensuous groove, and when I closed my eyes, she flew away. We fumble in the dark with unlit candles in our hands, searching for love's spark, crying, someone please understand. We fumble in the dark with unlit candles in our hands. We're searching for love's spark. Oh, crying, someone please understand. I held her near and I bared my soul. She is the night, she is the day. But the harder I tried, the further my go. And as I fell to my knees, she flew away. As I fell to my knees, she flew away. As I fell to my knees, she flew away. Oh, a song about unrequited love, because there are not enough of them. And there's an original composition called She Flew Away I wrote in 2017, inspired, of course, by all the great gypsy blues, jazz, and gypsy swing, and Django Reinhardt, and all the modern practitioners you hear still doing that wonderful music. Love that genre so much. That song has already been recorded for my EP, and you can look forward to that one. Love that tune. Again, this is 3+ songs for Prometheus. This is the third Monday of the month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Tom Cooney YouTube, and that's the new home for Prometheus. Prometheus, okay, some of you who are in Primetime now may wonder who he is. You may not have seen the weekly show that ran late in the afternoon on Mondays. Well, Prometheus was the great Greek Titan. The Titans, of course, were before and above the Greek gods in Greek mythology. And Prometheus, well, he created us from clay. He stole fire from the gods for the humans. He stole food from the banquet of the gods for the humans. And he went at it with Zeus, who did not want the time of the humans to come. And it was going to come eventually. So Prometheus, I call him Promy, he's my buddy. Prometheus helped us immensely, not only creating us, but feeding us and protecting us from Zeus. It cost Prometheus. He wound up being bound to a rock, Prometheus bound, but he eventually got released by Heracles or Hercules, which is good, very, very good for us. But anyway, the joke is when I started this series over 2 years ago, I said, who could we name the series after? Who has really done so much for humankind? Anyone else more than Prometheus? Unlikely. So that is our homage to Prometheus. Oh, thank you for that compliment, Rob. Yeah, on the Gypsy Jazz Swing tune. Oh, I love that tune. Just love that tune. Yeah, it's swing. Love swing. It's been a long, long while since this world threw me a smile. Nothing but the heartache and news. Time to learn the smiling blues. Tribulations and trials. No telephone numbers to dial. I've overpaid my dues. It's time to learn the smiling blues. You put one foot in front of the other. Smile at your brother. You embrace the blues in all their use. Grin with your heart and hand, someone might understand. Someone with the smiling blues. You put one foot in front of the other and you smile at your brother. You embrace the blues in all their use. Grin with your heart in hand, someone might understand. Someone with the smiling blues. I've dragged these blues for 1,000 miles. But tonight I'm stepping out in style. I'm trying on a new point of view, yeah. I'm gonna learn the smiling blues, yeah. I'm gonna learn the smiling blues, yeah. I'm gonna learn the smiling blues. It's time to learn the smiling blues. Of course, those are the kind of blues where you have to smile and walk with the smile, even though the blues have got you. And of course, harkens back to cognitive-based therapy of thinking and then acting before the actual feeling ever arrives. So we can discuss that at another episode. Again, that was an original composition called Smilin' Blues. Smilin' Blues. I'm glad you like that. So I want to, again, reach out and tell you we are at, there we are. So this is 3+ songs for Prometheus, and we are going to be here the third Monday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll get those reminders out there all the time, but tack it on your calendar and come on by and chat and say hello, and always good. If you need to catch it on replay, and leave a comment. That'd be wonderful too. I'd appreciate that as well. It's just great to have this series. Very happy that it's gone on. It went on for over 2 years, and now we're really just taking it to the next level here. We've got a very quick thing here. So again, just like in the weekly version of the show, we always talk about ways to help and ways to lend a hand. I just participated in a wonderful benefit concert, Come Together 2022, organized and hosted by Not for Coltrane. You see him in the lower right-hand corner, Michael Duck. And it is in coordination with the Anti-Defamation League's fantastic No Place for Hate program. Again, that's the ADL's No Place for Hate program. This fundraiser, this is the fourth year Michael's done it. It helps fund anti-hate, anti-bullying, etc., campaigns and education and support from Greater Philadelphia all the way up through the Greater Lehigh Valley. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful cause. You can see in the picture there's a URL. And it's right there, right near the top. And it is gofundme.com/cometogether2022. That's gofundme.com/cometogether2022. It's still going on. Please keep up with it on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube, and just go straight to GoFundMe though, and make sure you can contribute that as well. Every little bit helps. It is such a great cause that we can do these things. The other thing we wanted to mention real quickly is here we go. We also will continue the ongoing theme of civic responsibility that this show has always had. And the elections are coming up. So again, this is the spring primary elections. Now, this section of every episode is going to be called "This Land Is Your Land," and it is your land. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You can check, no matter what state you're listening or watching from, you can go to the site vote.org. That's www.vote.org. No matter what state you're in, you can click on your state link and check your registration, or register, or get directions to which website in your state you should be doing to request a mail-in ballot, all that stuff. Vote.org. In Pennsylvania, we have primary elections coming up on May 17th. Pretty quickly, folks. We are under a month. You must register by May 2nd in Pennsylvania. And don't forget, in Pennsylvania, it's one of those states where for many of the primary elections, you have to be a member of that party, a registered member of that party to vote in that. So they don't allow independents to vote, sadly. But check your state for that requirement. You can request a mail-in ballot, of course. In Pennsylvania, you This shows you some of the shenanigans in the state legislature. You can request to permanently get a mail-in ballot all the time. That's your default way of voting, but you have to ask for it every year. Okay. So, not sure the Logic 101 passes on that. But by all means, no matter where you're listening or watching from, go to vote.org. Get your state link. Make sure you are registered. Democracy begins right outside your door. It begins in your town council, in the mayor's office, on the school board. This is where democracy happens, where you can take control of things and keep forces away from school boards that don't believe in education and things like that. This is where it happens. You have to vote in these primary spring elections. This is important, and vote in the off-year elections in the fall as well, where there's no big elections going on. It's all local stuff. You got to roll up your sleeves and go and do it. Please, please, please. So we've looked at some stuff here on. We've seen our new title slide, and we've seen the Come Together 2022 fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/ComeTogether2022. Please donate. Wonderful cause. ADL's No Place for Hate program. And of course, voting coming up. Make sure you know to vote and how to vote in these upcoming spring primaries in May. It's very important. Democracy begins right outside your door. Very, very important. Let me minimize some of these picture windows, and let me get back to being able to see the YouTube screen. There we go. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Clap. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's important stuff. The civic stuff. It's as important as the music. It really is. This is a song I wrote about those times when you're in your late teens, and maybe it's the summer between your junior and senior year of high school, or right after your senior year of high school, and it's a late summer evening. Everyone's gotten out of work. All your friends have gotten out of work. The sun's not going down till 9:30 or 10, and you decide to all meet somewhere and hang out and drive around, or just hang out somewhere, and and maybe you've got a special friend or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and it's about these kinds of evenings, how magical they were at that age. Summer cruise, capital city, driving with RTC on WRTC, Trinity College. On a slow ride with my baby, and a Gil Scott Heron song. Oh yeah. This summer evening it sits so pretty, nothing could go wrong. Man, this city shines like a ruby. Climb in the back and ride along. Peace comes to the city, shining like a star. On the lost, the fools, the holy, and the dreamers were flying in my car. Riding through Keene on the high side. Oh yeah. Let's head up to Trinity Ridge. We'll watch the sun slide down the mountain. We'll dream about the lives we will live We'll break the chains that freeze our minds. We're gonna learn about that great big love. I swear we'll be there for each other. Just call my name and I will run. Oh, peace comes to the city, shining like a star. On the lost, the fools, the holy, and the dreamers. We're flying in my car. Na, na, na. La, la, la. La, la, la. La, la, la. La, la, la. We'll break the chains that freeze our minds. We're gonna learn about that great big love. Just swear we'll be there for each other, yeah. Just call my name, call my name, call my name, and I will run. Oh, peace comes to the city, shining like a star. On the lost, the fools, the holy, and the dreamers. We're flying in my car. Peace comes to the city. An original song of mine written in 2016 about those beautiful summer evenings when you're riding around with your friends and loved ones after a long day of working whatever summer job you're working, and everyone just decides to hang out. All the references there are to the capital city, as you heard in the first verse, the capital city of Hartford, Connecticut. Beautiful and intriguing place to grow up. This is 3+ songs for Prometheus. We are in our new home the third Monday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Tom Cooney YouTube. We're working out the double stream to Rocking Valley YouTube as well. We'll have that next time. In the meantime, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're catching this on tape delay later, make sure you leave a comment even when you're watching it on tape delay. It'd be really neat. Oh, thank you, Rob Lincoln, for the compliments on that song and the chords. Thank you. Yeah, we all have different styles. When you go see Lincoln Songs and More, Rob Lincoln, he's a versatile player, but he has a really great style that's influenced by traditional folk as well as contemporary folk. And one of the things new listeners will find in this series is you'll see that I'm interested by jazz. And so jazz folk is often the primary genre that people refer to me. What does he play? Well, it's contemporary folk influenced by blues and jazz, and sometimes it's just straight ahead jazz folk. And sometimes it's jazz blues, or I'll even known to sing a jazz standard every once in a while. If there's no other good vocalists around, I'll try to sing one. Otherwise, I wait till they go away. It can be challenging to do that stuff sometimes. A wonderful song. I just love that song. I did want to play a song while Rob Lincoln is on the listening line here. One of my historical songs. Again, Rob likes a lot of Great historical stuff. In the fall of 65, the war did finally show its face, a blind and blood-stained destiny. Through the paddies, through the jungle, through the haze. Cousin Jess did heed the call, bravely with little brother Ray. Medics in the chopper cavalry, descending through the bullets and the rain, racing on the tree line, fighting for a lifeline, another poor grunt's life on the razor's edge. Shattered by a landmine, they'll heal the wounds they find, all but the ones of the heart and head. By the fall of 69, the war descended in disgrace, ignoring history's lessons told of war and peace and time and place. Jess and Ray finally came home. They were shunned on the streets of their youth. How can you send your kids to war, then dishonor them when you have hid the truth? No vision, no compassion, reckless execution fills body bags with the brave and the true. It tears apart a nation, it bounds it for damnation, till the old world is vanquished by the new. Ask Jess and Ray, they'll tell you. They'll tell you. Ask Jess and Ray, they'll tell you. Ask Jess and Ray. Ask Jess and Ray, they'll tell you. Jess and Ray and the War, an original song of mine from 2018 about the Vietnam War. Rob Lincoln is telling me he was born in Hartford. That's impossible, Rob. I've known you for years, and you've never told me that. Next time I see you face to face, we are definitely having a conversation. That is stunning. Oh, my God. And thank you for the positive response on that song. I thought I would play a historical song while you were online to honor all the great, great original songs you write about many distinct aspects of American history, particularly the Civil War. Very insightful stuff. Hey, this is 3+ songs for Prometheus. I'm Tom Cooney. I'll be here the third Monday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Tom Cooney YouTube. And we're working out the double stream to Rocky in the Valley YouTube. We'll have that next time. But otherwise, you can find it on my page if you're watching it in reverse or in rewind. Reverse might be a little bit tricky. Rob lived there 18 weeks. No wonder why I didn't know you. He lived in Hartford for 18 weeks. Well, thank you for the powerful comment. I like that. It took a long, as you know, Rob, some songs take a long time to craft when they're trying to say something very, very strong. That song sat for years as an emotion, as a feeling, Jess and Ray are pseudo-fictional. Some songs are. They were about my cousins, my first cousins, also from the Hartford area, who were both medics in the chopper cavalry, as the song says. And they really did descend through the bullets and the rain. Talk about brave people being asked to, to do incredibly courageous things in the worst kinds of situations. And they both made it back stunningly. And all propers and honor to them, and honor to all those who served, and of course honor to those who gave all. For sadly, what the people in power were telling them wasn't happening, was something else was happening entirely. That was Jess and Ray in the war. I like that tune. It gets you going. That tune gets you going. There's kind of no way to play that song unless only to dive into the deep end and just go for it. You were wondering if they were family. Yes. Yeah. Stunning. They were older than me, but they were brave. Everyone was ecstatic when they came back, just ecstatic. Nell lifts her brimming teacup like a chalice full of truth. She closes her eyes, inhales the sweet chai, and sips from her fountain of youth. She comes to this old cafe window to slow the decades racing by. With friends or lovers or strangers, a melancholy smile or a tear in her eye. To quiet the endless longing, to still the heart in need, to ready for the sweet nothing. May it flow like a crystal dream. Nell settles her cup on the table like a fragile piece of glass. Then she tips it so gently over. The tea rolls off the table at last. and she smiles like it's the first time, and she smiles like it's the last. Her eyes are the piercing sun at midnight. Her mind free of future and past. So quiet, the endless longing. So still the heart in need. She revels in the sweet nothing. Life flows like a crystal dream. Life flows like a crystal dream. Life flows. Nell and the Teacup, a very meditative Zen piece I wrote in 2018 about a totally fictional character who goes to a small cafe and sits by the cafe window to slow the decades racing by. And she's looking to quiet the endless longing, to still the heart in need, to get ready for the sweet nothing. May it come like a crystal dream. And in the song, she achieves the sense of meditation and calmness that she's looking for. And Nell is one of my favorite characters of all of the different things that I've been writing. So I like Nell. It's a lot of fun. Again, this is 3+ songs for Prometheus. I'm Tom Cooney. I'll be here the third Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Tom Cooney YouTube. Please leave a comment, and if you're watching on Rewind, please leave a comment as well. And it's just great to see everyone. Thank you, Rob, for your compliment on the Nell song. It's very simple. A chord progression, of course, to climb up from E, but the rest of it is... it's working in some of the jazz chording we talked about earlier. It's great, as the song tries to do, the character is trying to achieve a sense of calm. And I try to think of that when I play the song as well, because, you know, authentic delivery, as you know, is always a helpful thing if you can bring it to people. No, Rob, Nell is not a recurring character, but you have heard that song before. I played it at the Philadelphia Folk Song Society 3-dimensional in-person open mic a couple years ago that you were hosting. So I think that's where you met Nell. But should she be a recurring character? That's what your comment brings up to my mind. Wow. I'm going to take that seat. I may see if there's anything there. Excuse me, I played that song for some people I was jamming with just last week. Some jazz players, and they were stunned, and they of course, you know, being twice the musician I am, they just took it to the stratosphere really beautifully with their improvisation, and they were all joking the same thing. They were very happy to meet Nell. That's kind of a funny thing. A couple of things here. We've got just a couple of more tunes left here on our inaugural episode. It's going on 8:15 Eastern Time. Oh, the ocean is chaos and March, like it can't make up its mind or its heart. Will it tear itself from winter's cruel grasp, or slip back into the darkness at last? Oh, the canyon stays wild in June, bounding like a child who doesn't care what to do. Will it bow to the coming high sun, or embrace the cold on the run? In between, always living life in between. In a dream, lost to the past or future fantasy. Between stages and seasons, decisions and reasons, lovers gone or yet to be, always wandering in between. In between. Oh, the forest reveals each September, each exploding color she remembers, making hearts and spirits take flight, if they can bear that coming winter night. In between, always living life in between. In a dream, lost to the past or a future fantasy. Between stages and seasons, decisions and reasons, lovers gone or yet to be, always wandering, always wandering in between. An original tune called In Between, about being in between things emotionally, being in between stages and seasons, decisions and reasons, between lovers gone and lovers yet to be. And we use the physical analogy of the ocean. In the first verse, the ocean is chaos and March as it's going from winter to spring. And the canyon, in the second verse, the canyon stays wild in June before that high summer sun comes. And then the last is the forest in September, as the forest starts to reveal each exploding color it remembers, while it's thinking winter as well, while it's doing all that beautiful stuff. That was In Between. Since I'm out on a ledge tonight, I will close with, wow, I didn't hardly ever do this tune. Thank you. Thank you, Rob, for that comment. Yeah, I love that song, In Between. It is another one of those songs that, wow, the emotional baking took years on that one. And then you kind of get then you realize what piece of granite you need to go work on. And that's just the beginning. So, but it's fun. It's fun. And again, that's part of this, as well as the first Monday of every month at 7 p.m. is my Songwriters Alive series, which is now returning to its original format of In the Round. And we had some great guests on the last one, including John Burrell and Maxie Mandel. 3 songs in the round, just passing the song, talking a little bit about the craft. We get 8 or 9 songs during that hour, so it's mostly playing and having fun. So that's the first Monday of every month at 7 o'clock, Tom Cooney YouTube right here. The third Monday is this show, which is 3 songs for Prometheus, which is moved up into Primetime from a late Monday afternoon slot. So it's a great thing. Also, the Rocking the Valley links will be corrected on this. So we're still on that Rocking the Valley Monday at 7 p.m. time slot. So on the second and fourth Mondays at 7 p.m. on the Rocking the Valley YouTube time slot is, of course, Not for Coltrane, who we mentioned earlier, in the GoFundMe /Come Together 2022 benefit. GoFundMe.com /Come Together 2022. And just a great fundraiser. Make sure you get out there and contribute. But Mike's on the second and fourth Mondays at 7 p.m. on Rocking the Valley YouTube. Very wonderful shows. Mike is just a wonderful, wonderful guy. I'm going to close with something I hardly ever play. Carves the stone, the river shapes the land. Everything comes back home when it understands. Oceans turn to dust, mountains rise and fall. Forever comes around again, can you hear it call? Everything changes, it's done and undone. Everything changes, it's all new under the sun. The endless circle of life and love, well, it rolls through the ages, flowing within and above. Everything changes. Everything changes. The center falls to place, then cannot hold. Science will rule the day till the first stone is thrown. Then madness will parade till wisdom burns it down. Love will only be the way when justice is found. Where everything changes, it's done and undone. Everything changes, it's all new under the sun. The endless circle of life and love, it's rolling through the ages, flowing within and above. Everything changes. Everything changes. The fates take the pen to make this world again. Friends become lovers, and lovers become friends. Nobody knows tomorrow, not the fools and not the sages. Bring the joy and sorrow, and help me turn the pages. Help me turn the pages. Everything changes. It's done and undone. Everything changes. It's all new under the sun. The endless circle of life and love, it rolls through the ages, flowing within and above. Everything changes. Everything changes. That's Everything Changes, an original composition of mine from 2018. Hey, we're right at the top of the hour. That's a full hour. Thanks for joining and listening. I'll see you next month, the third Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Tom Cooney YouTube and Rocking the Valley YouTube. Everyone, be safe, be well, be kind, and be positive. We'll see you soon.